Mayor.
Okay. Good evening and welcome to our application process needs and priorities for the funds available to people. We don't know official awards yet. We haven't been told by the federal government what those are, but we do have approximate numbers we think we'll be paying in each category. And without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Deb Smith, Veronica Fields, and Dave Dieter because they know a lot more about this than I do.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone. My name is Deborah Smith, and I am the Director for the Department of Economic and Community Development. I have with me Veronica Fields, who is the Grant Administrator, and Dave Dieter, who is the Assistant Director. Today, we will discuss the process for our fiscal year 2022 annual plan. The 5-year consolidated plan was developed in 2020. This plan is effective from 2020 to 2024. Each year, the City of Erie updates the consolidated plan with an annual plan to ensure that we are still meeting the needs of the community. For the fiscal year 2022 plan, applications were open from December 1st, 2021 to January 28th, 2022. We had the first 2 public hearings on March 7th, 2022. Today we have 2 hearings. One we had this morning at 10 a.m. and we're having the last one today at 6 p.m. We are on schedule for the process to submit our fiscal year 2022 annual action plan to HUD on May 13, 2022. The fiscal 2022 annual statement describes the intended use of the following resources made available through the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, if official notification of the HUD allocations are known within that time frame. The notice for the draft plan proposed projects was advertised in the Erie Times News on April 1st, 2022. There is a 30-day comment period. DECD will accept comments and any information that anyone would like to provide to us orally or in writing until May 2nd, 2022. In addition, the notice CPD 22-05, HUD has notified grantees that we should refrain from submitting the fiscal year 2022 annual action plan until announcements of funding have been announced. This means that our program year may not start on time. So from all of the information that was gathered from the consolidated plan and the annual plan, the following 6 priorities and subsequent goals and strategies have been identified for the City of Erie for the period of fiscal year 2020 through fiscal year 2024 for the Community Development Block Grant, Home Investment Partnership, and Emergency Solutions Program. A was housing priority. There's a need to improve the quality of the housing stock in the community by increasing the amount of decent, safe, sound, and accessible housing for homeowners, renters, and homebuyers that is affordable to low and moderate income persons and families. And the goals and strategies are housing rehabilitation, rental rehabilitation, housing construction, fair housing, home ownership, public housing. B is homeless priority. There's a need for housing and support services for homeless persons and persons who are at risk of becoming homeless. And the goals and strategies are continuum of care, operation and support, prevention and housing, housing, and permanent housing. Other special needs priorities, there's a continual need for affordable housing, services, and facilities for persons with special needs and the disabled. And the goals and strategies are housing, social services, accessibility. D is community development priority. There's a need to improve the public and community facility infrastructure, public services, and the quality of life for all residents in the community. And the goals and strategies are community facilities, infrastructure, public services, accessibility, public safety, code enforcement, clearance, revitalization, historical preservation. E is economic development priority. There's a need to increase employment, self-sufficiency, education, job training, technical assistance, and economic empowerment of low and moderate income residents in the community. And the goals and strategies are employment, financial assistance, redevelopment program, financial incentives. F is administration, planning, and management priority. There's a continued need for planning, administration, management, and oversight of federal, state, and local funded programs. Now I turn it over to Dave Dieter, who will give us the proposed funding amounts for fiscal year 2022 and projected uses of funds for CDBG, ESG, and home.
Thank you, Deborah.
As Deborah mentioned earlier, we have not yet received our official notification of the allocation of funds for 2022. So we are working off of last year's figures, and they are as follows. For the Community Development Block Grant Program, $3,211,390. For the Home Investment Partnership Program, $809,159. And for the Emergency Solutions Grant Program, $270,566. As far as the projected use of funds, beginning with the Community Development Block Grant Program, they are as follows by category: public facilities and improvements, park and playground improvements, street improvements, all under the public facilities improvements category. That subtotal is $1,252,979. Next category is clearance and demolition, $50,000. Housing projects, subtotal is $275,000. Public service activities, $675,250. Economic development, subtotal is $660,000. Miscellaneous other activities and housing services is $20,000. General administration, $584,419. And planning and capacity building of $50,000. The total projected expenditures are $3,567,648. Continuing on with the Home Investment Partnership Program, we are tentatively allocating $300,000 for new construction rental projects, $21,150 for total operating costs, $83,128 for administration, $202,440.50 for home buyer activities, and $202,440.50 for homeowner rehabilitation. For the Emergency Solutions Grant Program, the following Emergency Solutions grant allocations are based on last year's numbers. Again, once the city is informed of its fiscal year 2022 allocation, these amounts, that amount will be applied to the distribution formula for the individual allocation amounts. So within the Emergency Solutions program, under the Emergency Shelter Program, we have $32,160 for community shelter services, $15,682 for St. Patrick's Haven, $13,328 for SafeNet Hospitality House, $36,868 for City Mission, $18,815 for the Refuge, and the same amount for Community of Caring. For transitional living, $13,328 for Mercy Center for Women, $8,637 for SafeNet Bridge House, and $4,708 for SafeNet TLC. For rapid rehousing, we are proposing $87,933, and for administration, $20,292. I will now turn it over to Veronica Fields, who will provide an overview of the schedule for preparation, adoption, and submission of the 2022 third annual plan.
Thanks, Dave. Notice was published in the classified section of the Erie Times on Tuesday, February 22nd, 2022, announcing the first public needs and input hearing, which was held Monday, March the 7th, 2022 at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. Notice was published again on March 24th, 2022, announcing the second public hearing, which was held today, April the 4th, 2022 at 10 a.m. and now at 6 p.m. In addition, a notice was published on April the 1st, 2022, announcing that the City of Erie prepared the proposed action plan. Citizens will be provided an opportunity to present their views on housing and non-housing community development needs and to comment on the priorities and the level of funding assigned by the City of Erie in addressing the needs as contained in the HUD 5-year consolidated plan. Critical dates: December 1st, 2021 to January 28th, 2022, solicitation of proposals, applications available beginning December 1st, 2021. January 28th, 2022, applications were due. January 31st through February the 7th, 2022, review of applications. February 11th, 2022, presentations for Cdbg and home projects. February 22nd, 2022, published notice for first public hearing. March the 5th, 2022, study session with City Council. March the 7th, 2022, first public hearing, citizen input hearings at 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. March 24th, 2022, public notice for second public hearing proposed. April the 1st, 2022, published third annual plan, projected use of funds, advertised for required 30-day public comment period, ending May 2nd, 2022. April the 4th, 2022, second public hearing, citizen input, hearings are at 10 a.m. and now at 6 p.m. May the 4th, 2022, council authorization to submit third annual plan to HUD. May 13th, 2022, third annual plan submitted to HUD for required 45-day review period, ending June 27th, 2022. June 1st and 15th of 2022, council appropriation and authorization to enter into contract with the subrecipients. And finally, July 1st, 2022, the program year will begin.
Thank you, Veronica. Normally at this time, we would ask for public comments. Because we don't have anyone in the audience and because there's no one on Zoom, if you would like to make public comments, this is being recorded. We are taking public comments from April 1st through May 2nd. You can send those by email to dsmith@erie.pa.us, or you can send them to City Hall at 626 State Street, room 404, 16501. And now we'll see if the mayor would like to make some closing comments, and
Yes.
we'll close this.
Very quickly, Deb, I'd just like to thank you, Veronica, and Dave for all your work on this. Really appreciate your experience, and you're making things much better. And for the public, I'm really proud of the fact that we have a little over $4.6 million in these funds that are really designed to help the people most in need in the city of Erie. So you guys do a great job administering that, and with that, I'll turn it back over to Deb for final words.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to say that this funding right now is proposed. We don't have our allocation. Once we get our allocation, and if we have to change numbers, we will let the public know. And we just thank you for, all the hard work that you do with your programs, and thank you for those who may be on live stream or YouTube for attending. Good night.